Okay, so here is really asking that the distance between the center of C1 and C2, and we've got two circles and with different coordinate, different radius. And say for example, they're really just asking between the center, right? So now I've got the coordinate of the center, one being the -1, 3, and 7, 18. So if we remember how we do it, is we can then use the formula of say like x2 minus x1 all square plus y2 minus y1 all square, and then we square root the whole thing, and essentially that would just be the distance, right? So we have actually got two coordinates which represent x1, y1, x2, y2. So let's assume that the circle C1 is x1, y1, and circle C2 is x2, y2. So we can just substitute it in. So say for example, now I would then look at the fact that it's 7 minus 1 all square plus 18 minus 3 all square. And don't forget, we have got the square root. And we can continue, right? So to simplify this part, and minus 1 would actually be just plus 1, right? So essentially that would just be 8. So 8 square plus 15 square, and then square root, and eventually after doing the square root we should be able to find the value of 17. So we have already worked out the distance between the center C1 and the center C2 as 17 units. Alright, so now if we now scroll down a little bit, look at part B, and then we're asking why circle C1 actually intersects with circle C2. This one is rather complicated, in fact. But one thing that we got to bear in mind is the fact that they have given us other information. It's the radius of C1 and the radius of C2. And if we look at the fact that, oh, the radius of C1 and the radius of C2, if they add together, which is 13 plus 6, actually it's 19, right? And it's greater than the distance between the center of C1 and C2, which was 17. So that's why, because of this, they definitely intersect with each other.